In this video, we're going to be taking a first look at the new RackS 5. Brand new features include 4 powerful new modules, a fully redesigned resizable interface, album assembly with multi-format file export, and we also get a number of signature presets from industry top engineers. I'm going to be diving around some of these new features in this video. RackS 5 is available as standalone plugin suite or as single modules for DAW mixing duties. I've got it loaded as a standalone here. I've loaded a couple of different tracks into the clip list, and this first track has an instance of RackS 1 loaded. This is one of the brand new modules included in the release. Let's go to our waveform. In here we can perform quite basic editing tasks such as fade in and fade outs, create snapshots or loop sections of the audio. So I could loop this drop section for easier reference. The RackS 1 mastering processor. It's been conceived as an all-in-one solution for easy and straightforward audio finalization. It includes an EQ, compressor, harmonic exciter, low-end enhancer and limiter. Let's use some of these controls to quickly dial in some mastering on this track. I could begin by increasing the volume to engage the limiter, add a bit of compression, some top end air for some sparkle or some body, even add some nice width to the track. We even have an analog and transients control. This allows us to dial in a very quick and efficient master. One of the other new features of RackS 5 is the resizable interface. Each section can be resized to customize your workflow. So I can really enhance the size of the plugin for enhanced control, or dragging this smaller brings my metering section into view. This is also available as a floatable window. And dialing into the settings controls, I can tweak a lot of the metering response in here. Including dialing up music streaming references and standard references. Let's take a look at another one of the tracks I have loaded in here now, and let's take a look at some of the other new modules that we get in RackS 5. One of these being the Dynamo compressor. We can filter for new modules using the standalone, either filtering by dynamics, EQ, reverb and delay. So I can filter down to my dynamics and dial up the new Dynamo compressor, dragging and dropping it into my signal chain. The Dynamo is aimed to provide some glue for your mix. Based on an iconic American coveted piece of hardware praised for its subtle but instantly recognizable sonic fingerprint. Let's use this to dial in some master compression on this track. I'm going to push up the input to engage some increased gain reduction. Bring down the threshold. Tweaking the attack and release. Let's toggle the bypass to level compensate. As you can hear, it's an incredibly subtle compressor. You can dial up to 7 dB of gain reduction. Still very subtle in its application. It's excellent at increasing the transients and the punch on this tech house track. Now let's take a look at the Master Match EQ. another one of the brand new modules on T-RackS 5. We can use this EQ to match the sound of our song to a chosen reference, or even up to 3 chosen references. Let's load a reference track into this section at the top here. We can select what section of our chosen reference to use, hit play, and then hit learn source and play our source material. The longer we play our source for, the better, giving the plugin a chance to learn the frequency content. Then we hit match. And we can use the spectral matching control to dial up or down the strength of the effect, as well as clicking on the frequency graph to tweak the results. Now let's take a look at the final new module included in the T-RackS 5 release. Equal is a 10-band parametric EQ, featuring a vast array of filter shapes that replicate typical curves of classic analog EQs. The plugin can work in both left and right stereo or mid-side modes. Giving you incredible control over the frequency spectrum of your masters. We also get a number of signature presets with T-RackS 5. Let's take a look at some of these in the Engineer series from Nick Davis and Tom Lord Alge, and dial up one of these mix bus presets onto this master. Dials in a mastering chain for us that we could then go in and tweak to our tastes. Or add in another module from a list of the 38 modules that we now get with T-RackS 5. As well as a series of mix bus presets, we also get a number of other presets for vocals and individual instruments.
Left with nothing, left without. I call your bluff, I call you out. And when
As you can see, the highly usable presets
it's done,
loading up in this way means we can easily go in and tweak, take individual processes out of the chain or add some extra ones of our choice. As you can see, T-RackS 5 features a very streamlined workflow for creating very usable masters, as well as being able to dive in and have more detailed control on more technical aspects of masters and mixes.